The world tells you a simple story. Be good, be patient, be fair, and everything will work out. That's what you're taught. It sounds reasonable. It sounds comforting. It's also false. Look at how the world actually moves. Cruelty doesn't hide. It doesn't apologize. It doesn't wait its turn. It takes space. It takes advantage, and it keeps going. Kindness is praised, but rarely protected. Patience is admired, but often exploited. You're told to endure, to understand, to forgive, because that's what good people do. Meanwhile, the rules change quietly. The loud rise, the ruthless advance, the careful are told to hold on. You start noticing the pattern. People who play fair lose ground. People who hesitate get past. People who trust too much pay for it. And when you question this, when you ask why things never balance out, you're told you're negative, that you've lost your way, that you've become cold. But nothing about this is confusion. It's clarity. A fair world wouldn't need this many excuses, and a cruel one would never call itself cruel. So it does something else. It keeps pushing small pressures, repeated moments, quiet tests, not to destroy you, to see what you'll become. Cruelty isn't random. It follows incentives. It learns quickly what the world allows. Force gets results. Pressure gets compliance. Fear gets obedience. And the world notices. Those who push hardest move fastest. Those who hesitate get left behind. You're told this is just how things are. That strength looks a certain way. That softness is a flaw. That patience is something you can afford, but only if you're protected. Most aren't. The system doesn't reward honesty. It rewards outcomes. It doesn't care how you arrive, only that you do. So cruelty adapts. It becomes efficient, polished, justified. It hides behind rules it never follows. You see it praised as confidence, as leadership, as ambition. Meanwhile, restraint is called weakness. Boundaries are called fear. Silence is mistaken for submission. You watch this long enough and something becomes clear. The world isn't confused. It knows exactly what it's doing. It rewards what works and ignores the cost. That's the lesson it teaches without ever saying it out loud. Survive first, explain later, and if you hesitate, someone else won't. You try to do it the right way. You follow the rules, you wait your turn, you trust the process. You believe that effort counts, that consistency matters, that decency protects you. For a while, it feels possible, then the pressure builds. Small compromises at first, moments you're told to ignore, lines you're asked to step over. You hold your ground. You tell yourself this is temporary, that things will balance out. They don't. The world keeps taking, keeps asking, keeps pushing. And every time you absorb it quietly, you teach it something. You teach it that you'll endure. You teach it that limits are flexible. You teach it that there's room to push further. Staying good starts to cost more than you expected. Not all at once, slowly. You get tired, not physically, mentally. You stop expecting fairness, stop waiting for recognition. You begin to see the pattern. Good intentions don't stop predators, they attract them. And that's when the question changes. Not why is this happening, but how long can this continue? This is where something changes. Not suddenly, not loudly, quietly. You stop trying to fix the world. You stop trying to explain yourself. You stop hoping it will be fair. That hope was heavy. You set it down. What replaces it? isn't anger, it's clarity. You see the rules as they are, not as they were promised. You understand what survives here and what doesn't. This isn't about becoming cruel. It's about becoming precise. You don't react anymore. You observe. You don't rush. You wait. You don't speak unless it matters. Pressure no longer scares you. You've lived inside it. Pain doesn't distract you. It informs you. That's how the monster forms. Not from rage, from repetition, from learning what works and discarding what doesn't. The monster isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need approval. It doesn't need permission. It adapts. What once hurt you now sharpens you. What once slowed you now steadies you. This isn't a fall, it's an evolution. And once it happens, there's no going back. Monsters don't rush. They don't chase approval. They don't explain decisions. They watch. While others react, they collect information. While others speak, they listen. That's why they last. They don't waste energy on fairness. They don't argue with reality. They adapt to it. A monster doesn't expect mercy, so it's never disappointed. It doesn't rely on luck. It relies on preparation. Every move has a reason. Every pause has a purpose. You stop acting on impulse. You stop needing validation. You choose timing over speed, position over noise. The world mistakes this for weakness. It always does. But hesitation isn't the same as patience, and silence isn't the same as fear. Monsters understand leverage. They know when to apply pressure and when to let it build. They don't seek attention. They attract outcomes. That's the difference. Others burn out. Monsters endure. Others collapse under weight. Monsters learn how to carry it. That's why cruelty doesn't destroy them. It trains them. Morality sounds solid until it's tested. The world uses it selectively, when it's convenient, when it protects power. Rules exist, but only for some. Excuses exist, but only for others. You notice this pattern clearly now. When it protects power, rules exist, but only for some. Excuses exist, but only for others. You notice this pattern clearly now. Morality isn't a shield. It's a tool, used to control behavior, used to define limits. And the limits are never equal. You're told to stay fair while others bend the rules. You're told to stay calm while others apply pressure. You're told to wait while others move first. The monster stops believing the story, not because it hates morality, because it sees how it's used. It stops apologizing for clarity, stops feeling guilty for awareness. You don't break rules recklessly. You understand them completely. And once you understand them, you decide when they apply. This isn't chaos, it's precision. The monster doesn't justify itself. It doesn't argue, it acts. And when it does, the outcome speaks louder than any explanation ever could. Control doesn't look dramatic. It looks boring. There's no shouting, no panic, no wasted motion. Others react, you don't. Others rush to respond, you wait. That's where control shows itself. You don't need to dominate every moment. You only need to choose the right one. While others burn energy proving something, you conserve it. While others chase certainty, you let uncertainty work for you. You're no longer pulled by emotion. You're not pushed by pressure. You move when it makes sense. You stop when it doesn't. This confuses people. They expect noise. They expect resistance. They don't know how to deal with stillness, because stillness means calculation. And calculation means the outcome was decided before the move was made. This isn't chaos. It's control refined. And once it's in place, nothing feels urgent anymore. The world complains about monsters. It always does. It talks about danger, about what went wrong, about how things changed. But it never talks about cause. It never mentions the pressure, the neglect, the constant pushing. It acts surprised by the result it created. Cruel systems produce hard outcomes. That's not chaos. That's design. You weren't shaped in comfort. You weren't formed by kindness. You adapted because there was no alternative. The world didn't protect you. It tested you. And now it doesn't recognize what passed the test. So it points fingers, calls it extreme, calls it wrong. But consequences don't care about opinions. They exist. This isn't rebellion, it's response. And if the world wants someone to blame, it already knows where to look. Nothing here was accidental. Nothing happened overnight. This was built moment by moment, choice by choice. The world applied pressure and expected collapse. Instead, it got adaptation. It rewarded cruelty and punished restraint. So restraint learned to change. You didn't wake up one day different. You became different because there was no room left to stay the same. This isn't revenge. It isn't anger. It's alignment. You see the world clearly now. Not as it claims to be, as it actually is. And you move accordingly. The world may not like the result, but it recognizes it. Because strength doesn't ask for approval, and consequences don't need permission. So let the world say what it wants. Let it question what it created. What exists now exists for a reason. If the world is cruel, let it create a monster. And understand this clearly. The monster didn't appear. It was made.